Dick Van Dyke. At 101 years old, most people would want to sit back and let others do the talking. But when a man who has spent over a century on this earth decides to open up about the people who shaped his life, you stop whatever you're doing and you listen. Dick Van Dyke has given the world decades of laughter, unforgettable television, timeless films, and a career that most performers could only dream about. But here's what he'll tell you himself. None of that is what keeps him up at night. At this point in his life, it's not the roles he remembers most, it's the people. The first person he returns to is Margie Willett, the woman who loved him before Hollywood ever noticed him. They married young, in a world without red carpets or flashing cameras. Those early years were tight. Bills to worry about, a family to raise, a future that hadn't fully taken shape yet. When the career finally broke open, success came fast, and with it came long absences, packed schedules, and a home that Dick was always leaving rather than returning to. Margie held everything together while he chased the spotlight. He said himself, he didn't thank her enough for that. Their paths eventually diverged, but he's careful to remind people not to judge a relationship by how it ends, because she helped write the earliest and most important chapters of his story. Then came a chapter that surprised a lot of people. His relationship with Arlene Silver drew attention mostly because of their age gap. The world made it a headline. Dick made it a life. What he found in Arlene wasn't what the tabloids were interested in. It was something quieter and more lasting. She saw him as just Dick. Not the legend, not the icon. Just the man. He talks about ordinary mornings, easy laughter, and the kind of peace that doesn't need an audience. She showed him that love doesn't check your age before it shows up. His children also hold a permanent place on that list, perhaps more prominently than people would expect. He's honest about the fact that he wasn't always as present as he wanted to be. There were milestones he missed, moments he can't get back. But what his children offered him in return was grace, the chance to grow into a better father over time. He believes that some of the most important words a parent can say come later in life, when they finally carry the full weight of what they mean. I'm proud of you. I love you. Thank you. And then there's Mary Tyler Moore. Their friendship, forged on the set of The Dick Van Dyke Show, never faded when the cameras did. He describes her as someone who made every room brighter simply by walking into it. A rare talent both on screen and off. Their bond is a reminder that deep, lasting affection doesn't always look romantic. Sometimes, it looks like decades of showing up for someone. After more than a century of living, Dick Van Dyke doesn't measure his life in awards or box office numbers. He measures it in the people who stayed, who forgave, and who loved him simply for who he was. His parting message is simple, but worth writing down. Don't wait. Make the call, share the meal, say the thing you keep meaning to say, because one day those small, ordinary moments will turn out to have been the most extraordinary ones of all. If that kind of story moves you, hit like and subscribe. There's plenty more worth sticking around for.